Hey everyone, Quade here, and today I'm going to persuade y'all to spay, neuter, and microchip your animals. Because spaying and neutering your animals can help with the overpopulated animal crisis, can also help with medical factors in the future, and microchipping your animals will help your animals find their way home if lost. So, starting with spaying and neutering. So, what is spaying and neutering? It is a term for fixing your animals. So, of course, they are the same thing, but spaying is for the females, which is the removal of the reproductive organs, and neutering is for the males, which is the removal of the testicles. So, benefits of getting your pet spayed and neutered. This is for the males and female animals. So, of course, the animal will live longer and healthier. It will help cut down the overpopulated problem, which will cut down the millions of healthy homeless animals unfortunately being euthanized because of lack of homes every year. Spaying and neuter is also cost effective. The reason being is because it is a lot cheaper to get your animals fixed than it is to have an unwanted litter and or medical problems in the future. It also, animals are 3 times less likely to bite anybody or anything. And it also is an incentive for county municipal licenses. So, about these county municipal licensings, I'm not sure how your county or your city does it, but the city that I work for, we have where you have to get a city license for your dog or cat within the city limits every year. This is an ordinance, so it has to be done. And of course, you need your rabies certificate, your ID. But if your animal is spayed, then you get to take $5 off, which is an incentive of the main price. So, for example, if it's $15, it is now $10 a year instead. So, a misconception of spaying and neutering your animals is, oh my gosh, my pet is overweight. So, this is not true, guys. You cannot use this as an excuse. The reason why your animal is overweight, just like us as human beings can be, is because we have an unhealthy diet, just like they can, and they do not have the proper exercise. Moving on, we are going to tell the individual specific areas of females and males, benefits of getting them fixed. So, benefits of spaying females, of course, it prevents uterus infections and breast tumors, which can cause cancers and diseases in the future. So, for example, I have here, this is a normal uterus, and this is a uterus with pyometra, which is an infected uterus. So this is basically built up of bad bacteria, which eventually will, get larger and larger and larger, affecting the other organs around it, start tearing over, and unfortunately have internal bleeding, which is very painful for your animal, and you would definitely need to make sure you get this medically treated because it can cause death. So with dogs that are not spayed, they have a 50% chance of getting it, and cats have a 90% chance. So, another benefit is your animals will not go in heat. So let's break it down with felines and canines. Felines in heat, it varies from 3 to 14 days for every 3 weeks. This means they're going to urinate a lot more, and I'm talking about outside of the litter box, meaning on your couch, on your bed, etc. And they also yowl a lot more frequently, which it's yowling, not howling, for cats. So here is a good example of what yowling sounds like. So canines in heat. This happens every 3 weeks, every 6 months. So, it's 3 weeks long every 6 months. Same with cats, they urinate more frequently. They also have a discharge that comes out of the area that is yellowish red. It's really gross and smelly. They also become more aggressive, and then the males around them become more aggressive because they are going to try to find a way to mate with that female. So, benefits of neutering, which is males, of course. It prevents testicular cancer, decreases the risk of them getting prostate cancer. It also helps them less likely to run away because they're trying to find a female to mate with, or they smell that female in heat. Also, less likely to attack other dogs, especially male dogs, because they are trying to fight for dominance and trying to fight over the female they want to mate with. Can change in behavior. The reason why I put possibly is because This isn't a quick fix, y'all. So they will still need some training for this, but it can help a little bit. It can help with some aggression problems, less likely to help with marking territory, less likely for them to also stop humping other dogs, people, and inanimate objects. So, moving on, what is a microchip? We're now in the microchip stage. So this is a electronic identifier which is made up of unique numbers and has some letters sometimes. Um, it is as small as a grain of rice. It is usually placed between the shoulder blades and the back of the neck. Some vets do put it in the leg for some back leg for some odd reason. Don't know why, but they do. So this is a good X-ray of what it is, where the chip is. This is a good vision of where the vet is doing it, and this is a good idea of what the needle looks like. Um, so it also the pet information. This is within registering. So usually the shelter will register, but sometimes they do not. So with that, if they do not, you need to make sure you register your animal. So you can put a picture of your animal, you can put the name of your animal, the age, the breed, the color, medical problems, medicine they need, or dietary things they need. Owner information, of course, is explanatory. It's your information, your name, your date of birth, your ID, address, phone number, and a secondary phone number for emergencies. Also, you can put your email sometimes if you want to. That's up to you. But if you do change anything, update anything, please make sure you go back and update your microchip. So benefits to microchipping your animals. It's permanent. Unlike collars, collars are a good idea because it has the identification on them where it is noticeable and you can see. But collars do not always stay on, so they're not a permanent fix. Microchipping is. Usually it lasts the lifetime of the pet. If your animal is lost, most of the time people will take them to the vet or they'll take them to the animal shelter to get them scanned. So the vet or the people at the animal shelter can scan the animal, which will bring up the unique information, the unique number, and where they can call the microchip company to get the owner information so we can get that pet home. If your pet is stolen, well, proof of ownership. If and possibly upgrades in the future, which are pretty interesting to me. I didn't realize this, and they are making it, become no now. So it can open up pet doors in the future, and it can also have GPS later on. It is also an incentive to get it done, with ever the licensing as well. So, like me explaining about the city license with the spaying and neutering. So it was $10 with them doing that. Well, having your animal microchip is $5 off. So now it is $5 a year instead. So spaying and neutering your pet is very important because it will help you and your pet in the long run. Will live longer, overpopulation crisis, medical problems, and then microchipping your animal will always help find their home. So that is always a good thing to have. So since we have a little bit of time left, I went ahead and made some cute little animal gifts. I hope you enjoy them. So I hope you enjoy the gifts and thank you so much for listening to my speech. You have a good one.